Okay, since everybody knows how a manga book looks like, a Japanese book looks like. It's usually super thick, like this. It's for $5, and it costs probably $2, and it's filled with at least 400 pages, and it's black and white, and it compares quite differently to the American comic. However, today I'm going to show you the difference between European comics and especially European comics from France and American comics. Now, since I live in Montreal and there's a strong, strong French presence here, we are quite familiar with some comics from France, and we call them BDs, BD, bum dessinée, which means man cart drawn. So that's what they call a comic. They call them BDs, bum dessinée. Sounds like an STD, but whatever. Hey, on est français, we don't care. It sounds like an SDI. That's our gimmicks. So I'll just recap what an American comic looks like. Basically, this is what an American comic looks like, and it is. I don't know if I can show you the thickness. Around 22 pages with ads. And there's the price is $3.99. Now, for the most part, American comics come out once a month, and usually with one writer and one artist or a team. They sometimes keep the same people or they switch them up. This comic is an exception. They have many more writers and many more artists working on it, and it comes out weekly or thricely a month. Okay, and this costs $3.99 to recap. So that is an American comic. Now here is. Oh, we're taking out the French comic book, huh? You will like. You will like. No. This is Red Ketchup. This is actually, I believe, Quebecois. Is this Quebec or European? I should have done this before. This is not organized at all. If you just bear with me very, very quickly. Oh, this is actually from Montreal, Quebec. This is a Canadian comic book or a Quebecois comic book that is basically identical to a European comic. Now, all European comics are in hardcover. There is no soft cover European comic, and around this thick. Give you a good idea. And how much do you think this thing costs? This one cost me $15. And here's the artwork. It's a lot more detailed and a lot more energy. Like, usually the rate of how an artist works on this, I shit you not, just a page takes a week. This is what they usually have in a page. I'll put that up there for you guys. Okay. And in all, the book can sometimes. This is issue number 2 of Red Ketchup, and I think the last one came out last year. I'm not too sure. So usually, if something goes on for 5 years, they're at issue number 7 or 8 if they're lucky. There's a lot more detail going on to it and a lot more laissez-faire attitude. Like, oh, I work on it what I can. No, I have to drink the wine and feed the kids, the baguettes, and then I read my little comic book. So, yeah. Now you know that there's a lot of a big manga influence coming over, but now you can also now you know where what's that guy who did that story with, I forget his name, but he's like, he's doing Astonishing X-Men right now with Warren Ellis, and he did Wolverine with Jeff Loeb. But anyway, he was a big, big, big hit in the European community, and that's where Marvel picked him up. Marvel does do a lot of Marvel and DC for that matter do a lot of drafting from the European community from these books like that. So, but most books are are drawn and written by the same person. It's very rare that you'll have a collaboration. The most famous collaboration of writer and a different artist would be Asterix and Obelix. I don't know if you know that. Very famous stuff. Or Tintin. I'm sure you must have known Tintin. They were in The Simpsons recently. And, well, anyway, these are European, and if you want to, I'm sure they have a couple of them in English translated. Marvel's doing something with Soleil, where they take European things and they put them in American format. Check them out. Expand your mind.